They should go, come back pretty quickly, and then we'll send out the sad sacks to go and conquer it, and then stay there. And then we'll just assign new people to the sad sacks. Make sure you should be equipping yourself, because I think when you get added in, it gives you that signal, but we'll make sure to do an explicit update equipment for you. Well, that's set to be dumped. Okay. Is it quivers? Yep. Now, ideally, I'd like to wait as long as possible to do it, because I think what happens when you complete a mandate, then it makes it possible for them to queue up another mandate. Whereas if we wait until like right near the end of the maximum limit and then do it then, we don't have to do them as often. The problem is, it's easy to forget that there's this outstanding mandate. Need the game to set me an alarm. Like, wait 2 months, then alert me again. And then in that last month, we'll try to do it real quick. Probably going to always be plenty of candidates for that tax. Probably. So, tree sensed. We'll wait for this raid to come back. They're just going pillaging. They're just taking a bunch of stuff, attacking whatever they can, and leaving. They're not burning the site down or anything like that. But there shouldn't be any real opposition, and then the sad sack should be able to go and take this over. Hopefully. We'll see. Meanwhile, I've just armed our most pissed off dwarves. That's probably going to end up well. Oh, that's some cold coffee. You know what? We've gone through a couple ad breaks, and I haven't gone up and stretched and gotten some liquid. All right, 20 minutes to the next ad break. Gotta make sure to do that. Oh, good, more migrants. Excellent. We clearly need to replenish some of our numbers. Tantrum, yeah. There's going to be another set of cases here. By virtue of the tantrums. Yep. Cancel is throwing tantrum. Need some silk. Okay, midsummer. Let's really hope we can get a proper trade caravan this time. You guys not back yet? How long does it take to, like, attack a place with 10 humans? Come on. Yeah, and falling water would be nice. I just don't think we've got the time to, like, set up a waterworks program. It would be really nice for the mood. I mean, it wouldn't fix these guys. They get so incredibly upset by, like, seeing trauma. Because they've got so many positive thoughts, right? We've got, like, this legendary throne room or dining hall. Afraid, reliving trauma. Guilty, unable to rest and recuperate. What does that mean? I really don't know what that means. Ten humans might be dangerous. Sometimes a settler kills a battleship, Civ 1. Yeah. So, in the old school version of Civ, things didn't have hit points. You, like, combat ended with one side dying to the other, and basically, the combat basically was just, you have your strength, I have my strength, we roll a die, like, equal to the total of that, and wherever, like, whatever section it lands, it happens. So even if, like, a battleship had, like, 100 strength, and a peasant had 1 strength, that would still mean 1 out of every 101 rolls would mean that the peasant kills the battleship. How are you still away? I guess that pillaging must be taking a long time. I'm so used to, like, our earlier raids, and admittedly it was a little closer here and not through a mountain, but it felt like it was happening instantly. Oh, we got a ghost. 10ZN has risen, is haunting the fortress. That's okay. We're all set up for that. Add task, engrave, to 10. Tenzin! I'm saying 10ZN. Tenzin! When Tenzin is not busy training Korra, or being the Dalai Lama? Tenzin Gyatso was a Dalai Lama, right? I think? Or is the Dalai Lama? One of those things. And of course, those 2 names were both used in the Avatar universe. Gyatso being Aang's friend, and Tenzin being in Korra. Dwarves only have short legs, and it's not that small of a world. I guess it's not that small of a world, that's true. Still, though. Something happened? Maybe we can decorate more. Maybe we can get some, like, masterwork statuary in here. There you go. Put to rest. Good. I do think I've got some constant job for statues. Silver statues, specifically. We could put some display cases in here for artifacts, too, because then the dwarves would be able to see it. That would probably open the possibility of theft. But let's go and set up some display things. These will be pedestals. I don't know if we have automated jobs for those, so we may have to double check. Oh, maybe we have enough. Okay, some of us are back. Good, 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 good. So what we're going to do over here is we're going to send out the sad sacks to conquer and occupy. So they will not return. All right, good luck. We're all counting on you to reduce the number of unhappy dwarves in our little place. I mean, it has already gone down a little bit because we were at 28, then 27, then 26. Oh, our Tarkin. There. Two doctors. Yeah, I think so. They're gonna have to get. We're gonna have to get them replaced, but we'll wait to confirm that that is done, and then we'll reorganize our doctoring. I mean, shame to lose some skilled doctors, but you know, if they're just gonna cause problems for us, it's not worth keeping them around. There we go. More silver statues are being made. So there we go. Our pedestals are here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take advantage of DF Hack's assignment over here. And I might just be lazy and put all the artifacts on the same place. Yeah, our broker has like no skill. Oh yeah, I guess I can do this. So it's filters to artifact and then select all. There you go. All of our artifacts will now be put on display, technically on this one pedestal because I'm lazy. But it will be in the dining hall, and hopefully our dwarves will get to see it a bunch, and will think it's super awesome. And get some more good thoughts. Oh, there we go. That just went down, so I'm assuming... Well, they're away. They're still on C's. At some point, that message will go away, and the sad sacks... I think the squad will stay there, but it'll be empty. You get Dangy in the next sad sacks and send them away. Random equipment lying around. You're still gone. If we check the reports, yeah, that was the one raise, another raise, and then the pillage, which worked out. Hey, Cookie, I'm doing great. It's a random topic. I heard once that the Lord of the Rings world in the books is smaller in Texas, which seems odd because it takes 500 pages for people to get anywhere. Yeah, but how long would it take to walk across Texas? You know, while hauling all your food and being beset on all sides by bad people? Probably a while. I take it for granted how quickly it takes to get places since we've got, you know, cars. And it's more than just the raw speed of cars, although admittedly that is quite high. It's the fact that you're not getting, like, exhausted and having to take breaks the same way. Because there's... What's the... There are numbers and values people have, like, tried to research and, like, list, like, the average overland walking speed of humans, like, on a day-per-day basis. And it's, like, shockingly small. Is it, like 30 or 40 kilometers or something? You know, like 20 miles a day? Something like that. It's some shockingly small numbers. 26, they're back. Are they? Did they fail? I mean, I know you sad sacks are sad, but... Yeah, and one of you was killed. They failed to take over that site. And lost one person. Well, I mean, again, it's a sort of a problem that's solving itself. So this is still sorted by stress level. So Sorrowful Panda, congratulations, you're being added to the sad sacks. Yeah, also, how far can you march soldiers and still be combat effective, right? There's one thing about trying to force march and get somewhere as quickly as possible. It's another thing to be like, yeah, and when you get there, be ready for, like, combat. I guess send out maybe just a couple. Or yeah, I've got to do it for the world now. See if we can weaken this again. We'll do another open pillage, the open tail, the oily tails, and the deserts here. We're gonna do another pillage. You can do 85 miles an hour in Texas, still take 14 plus hours drive across Texas east-west. Yeah. From Greece to Iran was 3 months march. Alexander was on campaign for something like 10 years before he got to India from Greece. Quick look at Google Maps telling you to take 12 days to walk from Burkeville, Texas to Fort Bliss, Texas. Yeah, but and with those walking distances, like how many breaks does Google assume and like constant walking pace, right? Because it's one thing to assume like how fast you can walk, 3 city blocks. It's a whole other thing to be like, yes, and then maintain that pace for days on rough, unpaved terrain where you can't even walk in a straight line because you got to go around things. Yeah. No brakes on the pain. Oh, is this the one I selected? I thought it was this one, but yeah. So all the artifacts are on display. And like, yeah, hopefully what is going to happen is people are going to get good thoughts after seeing more of these things. Keep in mind, you got to keep second breakfast in mind. Yeah, presumably second dinner. Is it breakfast, second breakfast? 11sies. Lunch. I feel like there's a second lunchy kind of thing, and then there's like tea, dinner, supper. Can't remember what they all were. Maybe it was lunch, then tea. Then supper, then dinner. And then, I don't know, late night snacks. Yeah, I like the 11sies. It's my favorite one. Brunch? Was that in the list? I'm not sure the Hobbits talked about brunch. Although I think it would be one of those things where, like, if a Hobbit was brought into the world, it'd be like, this is the greatest invention of all time. Food nap time's my favorite. Oh. Do I want breakfast for dinner? I don't think I've got bacon or sausage or anything like that. We've got eggs. I got bread. I got tin-baked beans. I'm not convinced that's the making of a proper, like, breakfast or dinner. Oh, squads are back. All right. So presumably that went okay. Because you're like, well, this is a laugh, right? This is easy. I don't think we killed anyone, but we did damage them. Oh, no, struck down. There we go. All right, listen, sad sacks. Let's do this again. Go here. Sad sacks. Conquer and occupy. We could demand. If they say no, does then it start the battle? In which case, we may as well try this. They might be willing. Brinner, yeah. Would be a full Canadian breakfast. So, obviously, I mean, when you're talking about it like a full breakfast, like a full English or full Scottish or full Canadian, there's going to be a lot of overlaps. I would say you're definitely looking at your eggs, probably bacon and sausage. And by bacon, I'm talking about like just like the same thing Americans would call bacon. So this is the whole thing. It was like, oh, it's Canadian bacon. No, what Canadians call bacon is the same as what Americans call bacon, and what Brits would generally refer to as streaky bacon. That's our default bacon. Whereas Canadian bacon, we'd actually refer to as pea-meal bacon generally, or even just Canadian bacon. But yeah, so just streaky bacon, probably some sausage, home fries, so like cubed potatoes fried up, most likely. Maybe, yeah, baked beans, maybe. Oh, that's so loud! All right, so the basement here is going to get more and more crowded, but in theory, we're okay. Newfoundland version includes fried bologna. Also a French Canadian version. Fried bologna is delicious. That is something when we have almost always in the house. Kiss for Luck, big fan of fried bacon. We almost always has some bologna. Almost always has some bologna around, and we probably consume like more than half of the bologna we consume in the house is probably in the fried form. Yeah, really good. If you want to get to like the French Canadian breakfasts that we might have had younger, fried spam or click actually. Different brand, but basically the same thing. Oh yeah, see, Parduk says, ever tried spam? I love pan-fried. Absolutely. I've always liked spam. I mean, I like it non-fried in a sandwich. I thought it was great growing up. I mean, I don't know if I'd like it the same now, but as a kid, I liked it fine. But fried is glorious. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. What you want is middle bacon, both streaky and back in one rasher. Ooh. Pan-fried polenta with maple syrup. That's really interesting. Oh, I will say, I think a lot of the big like lumberjack breakfasts, like the full Canadian, like, you know, to the extreme breakfast might also include pancakes, but I'm not really into pancakes. For a long time, there's like lots of things I thought I didn't like, because I don't like pancakes with maple syrup, and so I kind of assumed I didn't like pancakes. Turns out I like pancakes just fine. I just don't like them drenched in maple syrup. And I love maple syrup. I like maple syrup on ice cream. Also, if you're talking about a nice Canadian breakfast fry-up, maple syrup on the actual like fried bacon or the eggs or all this. I went to a Sugar Shack in Quebec. Sugar Shacks, these are where you do the like maple syrup. And this place here had like a breakfast thing that they would do as well. It was great. It was a big open room, just long tables. Everyone just sat at these big tables, but they would do breakfast, and all of it was drenched in maple syrup. Eggs, like, it turns out it's great. You get that sort of like the savory thing from your eggs. Obviously, baked beans and maple syrup are stupendous, right? It all really works wonderfully. But I don't like it on pancakes, because I think it just becomes like the sweet syrup in a mushy, like, bready type thing doesn't agree with me. Just my thing. Okay, has been incorporated. I don't know if they bent the knee or had to be conquered. There you go. Yep, they surrendered. Okay, so our sad sacks are gone. We can check here. Again, the army should still be there, but if we look, there are no members. So let's go and get a second group of sad sacks in here. Which, ever Marco's been having tons of issues, we are going to send them away. Oh, hold on. Some of these don't have bright red faces. Oh, you did. Okay, that was the last one. We have, hold on, 15. Oh, but they might not be valid for other reasons. Okay, so 9 sad sacks. And again, we probably don't need to do this, but let me, oh, there's no equipment update. Okay, that's fine. And then you're on train, good. Okay, we'll give you a chance to do that. Let you assemble. Meanwhile, what we're gonna do, economically link to you, good. I don't know why it still has a red border. I guess, oh, hold on, it's purple. That's purple, not red. Okay, this one here is orange. Oh, 100 people, 100 people. All right, we're gonna go with this goblin pit here of Hated Peak. We're gonna start by doing a raid, and we're gonna send all our real armies. Some of these don't have a huge number of people or whatever, but we're gonna send all of our real troops to do a raid, to try to weaken them first. All right, we're a few minutes to the commercial break, which is good, because I really need to get up. I need to pee, I need to stretch, I need to get a whole bunch of water. This is probably, that's probably the place we just took over. So left has taken over there. Your breakfast, just a simple fried egg on toast. I do like that. I've gotten really good at doing egg sunny side up recently, which I always thought was going to be a really big challenge, and it turns out it's super easy, and I'm preferring the egg that way. I just get my cast iron pan going, not too hot. It's really easy to overheat the cast iron pan and like just kill the egg instantly. And then, you know, crack the egg in there so it starts frying, cover it, turn everything off. Perfect. Just leave it there for like a minute or so, and it comes out just perfect every time. As soon as like the white has solidified, gotta have the yolk nice and runny. I am one of those people though that I would prefer a fried egg to be undercooked rather than overcooked. I think an overcooked egg is just a tragic shame. But it does put me at odds with, well, both Essentia and A Kiss for Luck. Both of them are like, you better make sure that egg is cooked. If there's one bit that's like a little too soft, bleh, which I get. I mean, fried egg especially, like, you know, you get one of those snotty bits, I can see why that would be a turnoff. Are you runny? Even the white's a bit runny. Because I gotta dunk my toast in it. That's the thing. We don't do. What do the Brits call? You like the toast that are cut in strips? You call them like soldiers or something like that. I've only like seen reference to it. I think the first time I saw the reference to it was on like a challenge on Taskmaster. I was like, what the hell is a soldier? Like, is it just because they all like stand upright or something like that? Red soldiers, like really weird. Had never heard that term in my life. Definitely not one we get over here. Soldiers in Australia too, yeah. But I mean, like, yeah, toast so you can dip it into your yolk for sure. For boiled eggs. Oh yeah, you do the eggs in the cup. I mean, I ate boiled eggs all the time. Grew up eating it, but we never did the thing in the cup and things, and I never liked it. It's like they give it to you whole, and you're like crack. Then you're trying to work around the eggshell and like digging the egg from inside. No. I just like to like peel it ahead of time. Give me a plate with like a couple boiled eggs already peeled, please. I like scrambled and fried. Can we agree hard boiled is bad? No, clearly I like hard boiled eggs. Peel the egg, don't dig it out. That's the way to go. Yeah, that's what I think. All right, I think, yep, our military is coming home. That's what we're seeing with some unhappy faces there. Soft-boiled, yeah, okay. To be fair, I'm just saying hard-boiled sort of generically as a boiled egg. I do like it. I find it tricky to get it to be satisfying with a true soft boil, but I do like it when the yolk is sort of in that in-between state, maybe. I wouldn't mind fully soft boiled, but I find it tricky to pull off. So sort of go for a medium. Only hard boiled egg and make deviled eggs, yeah. Some people like Essential likes the hard boiled eggs when they're still hot. Doesn't like them cold because I think that's when you really get a lot of that kind of sulfury bad smell sort of comes out again a little bit more later. Like I'll eat an egg salad sandwich all day, every day. Lots of chopped green onions in there. That's the key. Oh, you would really want it to stink. Traveling when I was young, we would often go on we'd drive a lot with my with my parents, my family. Oh, hey, we got a Vile Force Darkness. Are squads around? Yes, they are. Okay. For a long time, we lived in Timmins, which is, and anyway, we always had a cottage on Manitoulin Island. We already had a place there. It was a 4.5-hour drive from Timmins to Manitoulin. Another 4.5 hours to go back, and we would go as long as there wasn't snow. Right, so out except for winter, every weekend we would drive from Timmins 4.5 hours to Manitoulin Island and back every weekend. We spent a lot of time in the car, and we did sometimes pack egg salad sandwiches. So you know, it was great, folks. We got a commercial break that just started now. I am gonna get up, stretch, pee, get some water, and then when we come back, we're gonna deal with the siege and we're gonna raid some more places in the world. So everyone, stretch as well. Be right back. Hello. So did Team Mike or Team Chair win while I was away? How did Dwarf Forge talk during breakfast? Let's talk about food here. Always. I got myself a beverage. This is... Oh, wait, that's the French side, isn't it? There you go. Nice. It was on sale at the grocery store the other day when I was there. Diet Cranberry Ginger Ale. I don't think I'd ever had it before. It's delicious. It's really good. Really good. This stream is not sponsored by Canada Dry. Oh, they could if they wanted to. Anyway, let's go ahead and just tell all of our squads to run out over here, please. Including the sad sacks and everything. I mean, they're not going to be in much shape, but... The ever Marco stumbling around obliviously. Charge! Snatcher, protected children. No one spotted as being dead. Siege is over. All right. Good job, everyone. As you were. I can drink something that's dry. I don't know. I like a dry martini. Or a dry white wine. All right, everyone get back into business. So that was fun. So it's like, how trivial are these goblin raids, right? So trivial. All right, everyone's good. Let me check. So sad sacks, we've got mostly full people. Right. So yeah, so I guess 7 of these cranky people must be children. Well, at least if they start some trouble, they won't be too easy to smash. So yeah, that does have the purple border. Wow, man. Is that like really obviously different to you guys? It is when I get close, but from here, I don't know. Am I colorblind? We were gonna go to Hated Peak. I think we already did, didn't we? Or was I about to and then we got interrupted? You went out to Hated Peak. You stole some treasure. Okay, so that was just a raid and no fighting happened. All right, let's go and do a pillage. So we're going to take our actual proper squads. We're going to do a pillage for an open attack this time. Done. Can't zoom in on that map. It's just a really small map. Normally you'd be like scrolling around, explore more of the world. It's so weird. That's like, that's it. That's our whole world. It's tiny. That's as zoomed as it gets. Twitch decided to go to 1060p, just as you said, or 160p. Oh, look the same, yeah. Now, there's a resolution. Yarn, silk, yeah. So we got no clothing actually happening right now. Okay, early autumn. So we should get it. Oh no! That siege probably canceled the freaking dwarven caravan. Do they appear in the 1st of autumn? I'm really worried we're not going to get a trade caravan this year. So we won't be able to confirm if we've actually fixed the issue. I'm betting that's the case. We probably don't get a caravan because we got an autumn siege. All right. Well, it'll probably take a little longer to get back because they're actually going to be resolving some fights this time around. Iron bins. Lower statues. Okay. We are going to have to reappoint some people some jobs here. We're going to wait until this last group of sad sacks goes away. And then we're going to reevaluate all of our jobs to see who's missing. We think there probably are some openings in the hospital, for example. Still a bunch of lignite and stuff over here, right? Which, yeah, still hasn't been needed down here yet. Okay. Really wish there were, like, more dwarves, like, kind of constantly operating over here. Did we lose a bunch of our furnace operators? Well, we did, but we still have 3 that I would hope would be very active here. LOL Nutshot. There you go. You can be a furnace operator. Not Fisham, because you are in the military. Icer probably is as well. I don't know if we got a lot of spare people, but let's get LOL Nutshot down here, so at least we'll have 4 full-time furnace operators again. Build a caravan, protect the tunnel. Well, the caravan simply doesn't arrive. If there's a siege tag, the caravan simply doesn't spawn. It bypasses the site, which, I mean, fair? That's the whole deal with the siege. Oh, no, we did get the caravan, and... Why? 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 How? What are we missing? It was working fine when we only had one opening over here. Ever since we added this side, where did you spawn in? Over here. Did you just literally spawn in somewhere that because of all the rocks and like boulders and shit, you can't reach the site? Why do I play this game? Bad for my psyche. Ah. Yeah, no, the Shift D key, which is what you would use to check your caravan paths, is gone. You could, if you spawn here, you could walk in. We built you a nice little road over here. If you spawn here, you could walk in. If you spawn there, you can't. I don't get it. Build a road around the edge. I mean, maybe it's hard though because of all the mountain stuff. I just don't know why they decide to spawn in such a shitty place. Ugh. I mean, I don't know if like smoothing every rock is going to do it because I'm actually just worried about some of the landscape too. So they spawned over here. We went and smoothed some of this stuff out. I mean, is that actually what's causing the issue? And then let's move these boulders. Those in case you can path that way. Okay, we'll go down another level. But if they just spawned in the same place twice, they'd be fine. And I'm sure the way it used to work is you would do the Shift D to verify that your depot was accessible, and you could see every tile where it was. And I think caravans would only spawn in places where they could reach the depot. So is there something else? Is it not anything to do with the surface? Is there something indoors that's preventing the depot from being reachable? I can't see how... Oops. Button. You know what? I don't care. I can't see how because I don't think anything's changed indoors, but we'll double check. Maybe, you know, there's something that's invalidated our indoor ramp at some point. We never noticed it and has nothing to do with what's going on the surface here. I find it hard to believe, but at this point I'm getting kind of desperate, so, you know. It's not that we're, like, necessarily desperate for what the caravan is bringing. I'm just super annoyed. And I want to get rid of all these caged animals, which, if they don't have wagons, they can't cart away because it's too heavy. They moved. Clear a few of these. Just to make sure they can get to the road from wherever, but yeah, it's like... Caravan is arrived. Okay, you haven't claimed a workshop yet. I mean, the trade depot is usable. They're reaching the trade depot. They just can't reach it with a wagon. Oh, a magma forge. Interesting. And I mean, it's not debris. They don't care about that. Okay, here and up. Is this ramp not valid? Hang on. Is it possible? Like, maybe I can... If I reloaded from the autosave, it would be from the start of the season. I wonder if this ramp became invalid because somewhere along the way this wall went away. That's probably what this is. That's probably what's caused our issues all along. Somewhere along the way, one piece of wall got... And there's still a ramp graphic, but I bet you it couldn't be used. That's probably it. Now the caravan will spawn in somewhere legit. This is why we really need the Shift D command to be back in, so we can verify that stuff. Broker's asleep. At this point, because the surface stuff didn't make any sense to me, at this point, I feel like the explanation must be that. It's weird that the ramp wouldn't go away, because usually when you remove the supporting wall, the ramps get removed at that point, but... I forgot, there's no ramps over here either, which we could fix. And that's not the issue. What we should do is channel down here, because then we'll get a functional ramp once again. Over here, something. You haven't played the Star Trek Infinite game, but I've seen it. I've seen the announcements and things. So far, the people online were saying relatively good things about it. Is it possible to load the save in the non-Steam version and verify the truth? No, I mean, because it's a previous version, right? We refer to this as a Steam version, but it's version like 0.50 that changed a lot of things in the game. It's not only sold on Steam, and it's still available for free. But we're just using Steam version as a convenient like shortcut for the mention. Okay, trade. We'll take all your bars, because why not? Rough gems. Don't need instruments. I don't need the food. I don't need these cages. I will take all your barrels. I'll take your gloves and mittens. Because the murder wars might want to wear those. You know what? I'll take all your metal boats, too. Just for the hunters. Meat. Yeah, it's fine. We don't need any food stuff. We're going to take your thread. And yeah, we may probably be taking more of the clothing things, but... Something scratches. We bought a bunch recently. The sheets are in there. Did you not bring bins? So we don't get leather or cloth. That's really annoying. Apparently we can sell some really valuable clothing. Oh, but first, hang on. Mug. Collect all mugs, and you turn a huge profit. Yep, that's fine with me. There you go. Yeah, ecstatic with the trading, I bet you are. Finest mugs in all the land. It's like Star Trek Cross with Stellaris with some focus tree from Hoi 4. Good fun. Hope they keep expanding. Yeah, I hope it did well. Like, it's really interesting that... like somewhere along the line, I don't know who like initiated what, because I don't think it was developed by Paradox. I think it was a third-party company. I can't remember, but I feel like it was a third-party company, and they probably like, hey, listen, we can get the Star Trek license. Can we license the Stellaris engine and then make a game? I really do need to play it. I'm just so busy. And yeah, starting next week, we start on City Skylines 2. Like, goodbye schedule. Whatever semblance of a schedule there was, which hasn't existed in a while, thanks mostly to BG3. Like, I am so desperate to return to Baldur's Gate 2 and finish that. Like, it hurts, man. All right, Hated Peaks pillaging. There we go. Kill some humans, do a little bit of work. Okay. Now, Hated Peaks still has a bunch of people. I want to send the sad stacks, but I'm worried that there's still too many things defending. Let's do one extra raid on pillage to openly attack, just to try to trim down some numbers a little bit more. Bush complained to his boss about overworking. It's just been a really good, like, season and a half for video games. We don't still have a ghost, do we? That would show up under here. I think. Oh, Fluxen Doctor. We do have a ghost. More Cavern Dwellers. Look how busy this area is gonna get. We may have to run, there's a DF hack command to, like, exterminate everything of a particular, like, species on your current fortress map. We may have to use that just to purge the basement, just because our frame rate is going down. I don't know why that one sound is so loud. Except KSP2. I mean, I don't know if it's reasonable to expect this, but I'm really hoping that KSP2 is actually going to be funded for years and years to come, and at some point we will get a good game out of it. But yeah, it's a pretty big disaster. It just flooded with magma. I mean, it's possible. All right, so that wall is up, and if that is the thing that has been preventing our caravan, I guess one of the things I could have done is move the trade depot to the surface as well. That would have been one way to test an issue. Because that part of me is wondering, like, is rebuilding the wall make this ramp work? I don't know if there's any way to test that this ramp functions. And that's why we need the Shift D. Well, someone just walked through here, and I'm wondering if they couldn't do that before. So it does feel like this slope here is working as a ramp. We get that sound on Discord soundboard. Okay, ooh, they're back quick. Pillage. Yeah, it didn't look like they really got stopped. Okay, so we're gonna send the Sad Sacks, demand surrender and occupy. And yeah, for Forgotten Beast spawn in that bottom area, we haven't gotten one in a while. Is the world just out of Forgotten Beasts? It's a small world. I'm assuming the answer to that is no. Flux Inductor has been put to rest. Okay, good. So we'll wait to see. Hopefully this is successful, and then if that's the case, we can call the number of cranky dwarves probably dealt with at that point. Wrap this run in 45 minutes. Well, what's going to happen is we're going to send all of our military squads simultaneously to try to raise the goblin capital. I guess also, if I'm worried about time, we could go and do. Oh, there's a tiny. Oh no, that's the one economically linked to us, right? Let's send all of our actual military squads to one shot go and raise that site. I gotta put in some time here. I would like to raise the extra sites. And then, yeah, we'll YOLO the Goblin Fortress and probably all die to that freaking demon. Oh, okay, we conquered it. The Sad Sacks are gone. Excellent. So we still have some unhappy people, but that's going to be good enough for now. I'm going to go and dismantle the Sad Sack squad. And then we need to go back and make sure that our fortress status is kind of okay with our hospital here. Oh, we don't have a chief medical dwarf. We're going to start with that. There you go. Toulon. You don't have a name yet. You must have just arrived in the last migrant wave. Okay, so we still have people for these roles, apparently. Although Clippy does... I wonder if Clippy's gone. Yep. Stone Carver. Bone Doctor, that seems fine. I think Ever Marco is not really a big winner, you know, because I think you're probably just lost forever. I can assign the Chief Medical Dwarf here, because you can do both of those. There you go. More Cavern Dwellers. Gonna get a lot more of these back to back to back again, apparently. For whatever reason. Been found dead. How did you die? I love Death Cause so much. By the Jabberer. Wait, is there a Jabberer running loose? Funny. What? Must withdraw. Amphibious man. What? Military squad. Station yourself over here. An amphibian chasing a dwarf. These guys are freaking out. Lots of people are freaking out. Where's the amphibious man? Down one level? Up one level? I mean, there's these guys in this cave, but... Everyone's in a huge panic, but I don't know... Oh, there he is! How the hell did you get in here? There's my military squad. I know there's a lot of stairs to climb. There you are. Get over here. Is there a chance, like, some of these guys spawned, like, inside my base? Oh my god, our frame rate. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, okay, hold on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, it's like super chunky, and look at the frame rate. Okay, we have to purge. What is it? Is it okay? Exterminate. Exterminate. Field selected. List targets on your map. Okay. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna run quick save. In case I accidentally kill the wrong things. We just aquifer into this level. Exterminate. So if I run this, it lists. Our magma crabs keep multiplying as well. They're probably not doing great things for us. Now, we're gonna pretend that Cavern Level 2 is completely occupied by these bad guys. I'm not gonna use this to cheat. I'm just using this to get our frame rate back. Because, oof. Amphibian. Oh, I wonder if this has to be in all caps. Jabberer. Yeah, the Superman as well. Okay. Unpause. There you go. Our frame rate is fixed again. Good. Okay. There's still some things roaming around in this here. We've got the cave crawlers.